Hello, we're here in San Francisco. I'm with Julie Matthews. Julie is a certified nutrition specialist consultant, and she's also a specialist in autism. So we're incredibly lucky to have her here. Now today, very exciting today, because today we're going to be looking at healthy treats. So this is the best part for me. So it's all nice sweet things. So what are we going to do first, Julie?
Well, we're going to make some chocolate pudding that we're going to use avocados, dates, and cocoa. Completely dairy-free. Those are the only ingredients that are going to go into it.
Okay, now my first thought is, when we're buying the cocoa, we clearly need to make sure that it's cocoa that's okay for our children.
Yes, good point. So this is unsweetened straight cocoa powder, not hot cocoa or something that might have dairy in it. So just straight unsweetened bitter cooking cocoa.
So what we're going to do is we're going to make a puddingy type thing,
yes?
Okay.
And it's very easy to do. And the reason we're going to do it this way is that we're going to use dates, which have a natural sweet sugar in them. So when you do something that's a natural sugar, you're getting all of the nutrients that help you to process that sugar. The chromium and whatever other minerals are in here that are going to help us process that. So it's going to be a nice whole food.
And again, interestingly with dates, it's a sort of like out of fashion thing to eat. I remember it being a treat at Christmas when we were younger to have a date. And now dates are everywhere. We just don't really eat them.
Right, exactly. So we're going to do those today, and they're really sweet and just wonderful. So we're going to put them in the food processor to start, and we're going to kind of blend them up and then soften them up a bit.
So you're putting just a handful and a bit
I'm putting
in
about half a cup.
Okay, and I'm going to blend this now.
And by the way, I pitted them already, so that's an important step of the process.
Take out the thing in the middle.
Yep.
Okay. Tell me when.
Now what I'm going to do.
Okay, that's chopped up dates.
Yes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a bit of just hot water just to kind of soften them up a bit, so we don't have chunks of dates. You could also use grade B maple syrup, a good high quality. Grade B, believe it or not, is less refined and has more nutrients in it. So grade B maple.
Never heard of this. Grade B. So
versus grade A. Everybody thinks grade A, but grade B is actually less refined and actually better.
Okay. And that'll be written on the.
It'll be written on the container.
Okay,
or
grade
you could do
B maple syrup.
Or you could do a raw honey or whatever you'd like. But we're going to try dates here today because I think they're underused. Okay, that's good. All right, let's do that. Let's see how we're coming.
So we've now got mushy dates.
Yep, see how they're getting softer. They're going to blend better with everything else, so we don't have pieces of dates in with our pudding.
Okay.
So I'm going to give this maybe just another shot. I happen to just be using a little bit of very hot water in here. So
you want me to give this another whiz?
Give that one more whiz around.
So we're looking to get a really good.
That's good. All right, so
a really good texture here.
Yeah, and when we add, you can smell how good they're.
That smells good. Not only that, it's gone into a really nice puree, soft, gooey thing.
Yes, it's getting much softer. And then when we add the avocados and we have more volume in here, they'll blend up even more.
Right, so next thing.
So next we're going to put the avocados in. In this case, I'm doing some good organic avocados. Being in California and all, we have lots of good avocado.
And avocados are not expensive anymore. They used to be, again, really expensive and it was a treat. Now, there's no excuse not to eat avocados.
Now
you can
they're
get them
available.
everywhere.
Yes, exactly. So if people haven't used them before, you're going to cut them in half. You're going to just do this, and you can just very easily scoop the avocado flesh into this.
Someone once said to me that they were very fattening avocados. Is that true?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. They have a lot of fat, but I wouldn't.
Careful.
I wouldn't describe them as fattening. To me, the good fats help to burn fat and help to do all sorts of good things. So it's not going to put fat on your body, but there are a lot of good quality fats and oils in here that are good for us.
Right, so you're not going to get fat by eating, but like any foods, eat gallons of them and you're going to put the pounds on.
Right.
And what about if the avocados are a bit black? Is there any problem with this? Is black avocado good or bad?
Well, I will usually cut out any parts that seem blemished.
Okay.
So I like to do it that way. Now, and there's a variety of different levels of sweetness that you can take your pudding to. So I'm going to actually start with
So that's 1.5 avocados.
Yeah, I'm going to start with that.
So whiz it?
Sure, do that. All right, let's start to add some cocoa.
Okay, so we've got a nice,
So we're getting
it
there.
looks like guacamole at the moment.
Yeah, we're getting there. Wait till we add the chocolate. You'll see that.
So this is a cup of cocoa.
This is a half a cup of
Good
cocoa.
Good cocoa.
Yes.
Right, give that a whiz.
Yep, I'm going to put a little
bit of hot
more.
warm water. So you're just doing this from experience with the water. You just keep
Yes,
adding a little bit every
yes,
now and then.
exactly. That's good. Now you're
Now
seeing
we're
we're looking
looking
like
chocolate
pudding.
and-
Okay.
God, that smells amazing.
So it's delicious.
Strong aroma of.
And for kids that would
Sweetness
never
and-
eat a
yeah.
green avocado, we're going to make some really good. So let's give this another whiz, a little bit more.
Water.
A little bit more. If you were going to use honey or something, you might not need as much water. So that's why I just
Okay.
add a little bit as we're going. All right, let's see how we're doing.
Okay, we've just given it a really good whiz.
Mm-hmm. And let's see how we're doing. I think we're pretty good. Our texture's pretty good.
It looks smooth as anything. It
Yep.
looks like chocolate spread.
Yes, in fact, you can definitely use this to spread a cake for a birthday as well. So a nice.
Good ideas. We're always needing stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So now it's going into a ramekin that's not had anything else put in it.
Nope.
No.
We're just going to serve them this way. So we don't need to do anything else. They're ready to go. So let me give you one.
Okay. Oh, look, nice. Okay.
Chocolatey?
That's so weird. You can't taste the avocado at
At
all.
all. You cannot taste the avocado
I'm just
at all.
tasting chocolate, like chocolate mousse.
Just
rich
pure, very
chocolate.
rich.
It's incredible. My children are absolutely going to love this. This is totally delicious. They're going to love it. It's really, really delicious. Now, before we go, we have one more special treat for you. It's my personal favourite thing pretty much in the world. And I'm just about to get it out of the oven. It's smelling good. Now this is a bit of a naughty treat. Okay, now I got a little bit overexcited when I put these cookies in. And they have made one big giant cookie. Now these are New Life's gluten and casein free cookies, and they are absolutely delicious.
They are really very good.
They really are. You can get them and you can put them in the freezer and you can bring them out and just cook them up whenever you need
Cook
them.
one at a time so you don't end up with a whole
Yes,
tray.
I put a whole tray of them in because I just knew I'd be eating lots, and I know there's a lot of people in here today that are going to want some of these.
They
But
are very.
as a special treat.
Here.
And you probably should wait until they're not quite
Yes.
so piping hot, but being the person that I am, I can't wait for this at all. So there's one for you, Julie.
Thank you.
I cannot tell you how delicious these are.
They are. They're so good. And it's really nice to know that they're gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, and they're so easy. You don't have to, you can just have them in the freezer. Somebody comes by, you pop them in the oven, and nobody would know that they're gluten-free. Nobody.
They're really hot. They are, but they are absolutely just. So remember that. Remember to keep your New Life food in the freezer for when you can't make it. You haven't got time to make this delicious pudding. And all children love to have a chocolate chip cookie. It's the world's favourite treat almost, isn't it?
Definitely.
And it's great that this is here for our children on these special diets. So get stuck in. And Julie, thank you so much for the whole of this series.
Thank you,
I have
Polly.
to say, Julie makes these recipes up herself. They're in here and they are truly delicious. And hopefully we'll do a lot more work with you in the future
That
on
sounds
this.
lovely.
So thank you so much. This is the end of this series. We will be back next week with a special, and then we'll start our series after that. But if you need to have a look at any of the programs that we've done over the last few months, then go to our site, which is www.theautismmediachannel.com, and look up everything we've got. Then we'll have Julie's links on there, so you'll be able to get her things as well, and Shannon's and Doreen's. But until then, we'll see you next week with our special.